Hey guys, Creator Mom. Hope this video finds you well. So I just wanted to chat about a couple of things. One, I noticed that people, really have an issue with people being rich, with people enjoying life, richly and comfortably while other people are quote unquote suffering and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I've been thinking about it a lot lately. And I don't know, I a part of me gets upset at people who are upset about people having money. Because I'm just like, if you're upset, I don't know. So people cannot honestly be rich without owing somebody something, you know what I mean? And then if you're poor and you're on government assistance, well, that's bad too. Because now you're taking money from the government and you're using our tax money, and that's a problem. And then you're middle class, you're just like, you're a slave, right, to a job. Heck, I don't know. Be rich, right? If you can be rich, be rich. That's what I think. I have no problem with people having money, because I choose not to believe that somebody else having money is going to limit my chances of having money, and I figure that what I look down upon is something that I will not allow myself to have. If I look down upon somebody who is on their yacht during a time of crisis, relaxing, then that means that I will not allow myself to have and enjoy some type of experience like that. You know what I mean? It just means that people feel like they can't have that. And I'm not down with that vibe, because I feel like everything's possible for me and everything is for me and nothing should be shut off to me, so that's that. And then I also wanted to talk about negative emotions, right? So I was talking with my friend, and we both have PMS around the same time of the month, which is interesting. We don't live near each other, and it's just like a coincidence, I guess, that we both have those symptoms. It was funny because I had told her I was feeling certain ways during this time of the month, and then she'd be like, well, I always forget. I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying for some reason. I'm really feeling sad or down. And then if I message her, she'd be like, oh, it's PMS. It's my week too. I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Yes, very reasonable. But anyways, my point is that when we feel those emotions of sadness, the thoughts that come to us are going to be very individual, right? It's going to be your demon, essentially. This kind of goes along with that demon thing, because I was just noticing that every time in these movies, when the demons would possess people, when the demons would speak, the demons would always speak to your weakness. They would always speak to things that you think are bad about yourself, right? So when I feel the PMS, sadness or negative feelings, the thoughts that are going to come to me are going to be different than the thoughts coming to somebody else. I might feel like, oh, I feel so fat today. I'm so fat, get those awful thoughts. Just I'm not being good enough. I'm not good enough. Those thoughts will plague me more when I'm feeling those negative emotions, I guess, from the hormones. Just like when you're in ovulation, when I'm in ovulation, I think every man walking is hot or something. And it's just okay, that's just the hormones, giving me, those thoughts. But anyways, somebody else's negative thoughts might be I feel ugly. They might feel self-conscious. I'm so ugly. I feel like I don't look good, right? It's going to vary from person to person. But, I mean, we're all generally similar. So it's probably going to be something, within that range. Something about how you're not doing good enough, or your body image, or how, being ugly. Any flaw that you already think you have, that maybe you on other days you're you feel like you have this flaw, but you don't think much about it. You can kind of let it go. But when the hormones intensify, it's you're bombarded with that thing, with that weakness, or with that issue that you think you have. So I just think that's like really interesting to see what was her, because I was like, well, what do you struggle with? Like, what are your like, what are your emotions and thoughts like during this PMS, you know? Anyways, I think it's fun, and it's nice to laugh at each other and make light of it. Because the emotions and thoughts can feel so heavy and feel so damn real. But you know, I noticed like what helps me is just laying on the floor, doing some meditation, doing some stretching. It really helps me to feel better. So, yeah. All right. Peace.